All right, welcome back. Broken system. I'm gonna talk about prison relationships and prison wives, prison girlfriends. What it's like to date or be with somebody that's in prison. 101. For some of you that don't know, my content on TikTok is completely different than this. I am what you would call an empath, a very huge empath person who feels people's emotions. And it's kind of a double-edged sword because I hate feeling my own emotions, but I feel everybody else's emotions on top of mine. I'm a very, loving person, if that's what you want to say, but, and I'm a Libra, so that should say something, too, because I, analyze everything in every different angle possible. So, like I said, it takes a strong-ass individual to hold somebody down in prison. Because essentially, at the same time, you're doing time with them without bars. And in fact, I commonly say this a lot, that I'm doing more time than that person is doing, because all you do is do your time. Yeah, you got your politics, you gotta do what you gotta do in prison to survive and shit like that. So you got that end of it. I, on the other hand, have to deal with bills, my life, making sure that my man is held the fuck down while figuring out a way to pay bills, have money for myself, and do my life while he's locked up. I don't get the luxury of calling prison and being like, let me talk to my man. Because I'll tell you what, this right here, this is on me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It does not leave my side. When I go to sleep, it's right next to my head. Because I'll be damned if I miss a phone call. Alright, so that's imprinted in my head, pick up the phone, pick up the phone, pick up the phone. Because I don't know about, and this is something, because like I said, I've never been locked up in the penitentiary for a substantial amount of time, so I don't know how or why people do this, but I don't know when I'm going to get another phone call. As soon as that bitch gets on the phone and says, you have 1 minute left. For that 1 minute, my heart's pounding and shit, because I know that as soon as I say bye and I love you, that I don't know when I'm going to talk to my man again. And it's an awful gut-wrenching thing, because I don't know if that's the last time I'll get to talk to him or not. Especially at the prison that he's at. So until he calls me back again, my heart just races and races and races. So you put that on top of making sure, okay, well, now I gotta wait and hope to pray that, I'm not gonna get a phone call, or get a phone call from his mom saying, oh yeah, by the way, he was stabbed last night, he's not gonna make it, or some crazy bullshit happens. Okay, and it's very hard. It takes a toll on you. Very sleepless nights, going to bed by myself, 9 times out of 10 crying almost every night, because A, I don't have my man here, and B, I don't know what's happening. Like I said, I don't get that luxury of calling up to prison and be like, let me talk to my man, I need to talk to my man. That doesn't happen. You don't get that. I don't know when he goes to the hole, what goes on. I'm transpiring between, him getting locked up and going to the hole, and, in the grand scheme of things, you all know more than I know, because y'all are locked up together. So I just want people to know, and I don't know if people can relate to the others, but when you love somebody, you'll do anything for them, right? I mean, I would take a bullet for this person if need be. People look at him as a criminal and that he's a piece of shit because he's a violent felon, when he's not really a violent felon. That's just the charge they gave him. That's what he's convicted of. People look at him as a monster, and that, oh, he's a piece of shit, he doesn't belong back in society, when, yeah, he does belong back in society. Not like he murdered somebody for reasons, whatever, or it's not like he fucking raped a child, or raped a woman, or did some heinous fucking crime. It was a drug deal gone bad. Somebody stole his drugs, and he retaliated. I mean, that's what you get in the life of being a drug dealer, or a drug user. I know this because I'm a drug user, or I used to be a drug user. Um, uh, you know, and like, the amount of money that goes into it is outrageous. The amount of money the Department of Corrections gets out of my ass every day, every month, every year, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Um, you look forward, like I said, I look forward to getting a letter in the mail. Like if their kiosks aren't working, I personally would rather write a long ass letter than an email any day because it's more personal to me. Um, y'all saw that I showed pictures of my dude's drawings. Like I have binders of letters that he sent me that's all in a binder because like I look back and I read those letters all the time because that's all I got. All I have is that piece of paper. I don't have him in my life right now. I mean, he's in my life, but he's not with me. All I have is letters. And quite frankly, I got his inmate ID card too. But don't ask me how I got that because I don't even know how the fuck they got it out of prison. Whatever. Uh, um, I live in a whole different state than he does. I don't get to see him every weekend. I'm lucky if I get to see him once a year because of how far of the distance that we live from each other. Um, the only good thing is that because I'm an out-of-state resident, I get more time. But that's not even to sit here and say that it's happened to where I went to see him one time. Drove the 10 hours just to find out that they wanted to be a bitch and lock the whole facility down the day of my visit, which I didn't get to see him that day or Sunday like I was supposed to because they locked him down for whatever. So I drove 10 hours to see my man just to find out I couldn't see him and drive 10 hours back heartbroken alone because they wanted to be selfish and not give me a visit because, oh, somebody, you know, X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. That's when I say that, like, it's hard to do prison relationships. I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy. I wouldn't wish this upon anybody that, like, I mean, if you don't know a person that's been locked up and you go find them on a pen pal website, like, be careful. Because, like I said, like, most people can't handle it. Most people it starts out real good, everything's going real good, and then boom, they fall off the map because they can't pay and hold their man down, or B, they just lose interest and something else comes along. My dude told me when we first got together, like, oh, Lauren, you can go out and do whatever you want, like, but just know when I come home, you're mine. Well, why the fuck would I go out and even do that shit? And that's what I told him. I was like, man, you're stupid for thinking that. Now, a backstory a little bit. I was with a man for 5 years that was not in the penitentiary, who tragically took his life 2 years ago in June. June 8th was his 2-year anniversary. I haven't dated or gone out with anybody since he passed away. Because I just knew I couldn't. I just had this feeling I just couldn't do it. But then I found Joey. And it started off as a boredom thing. It was just something to do. You know, okay, cool. And like, I'm going to say, like, if I'd write anybody, I would put stamps on a kiosk if somebody needed somebody, just have somebody write a letter to them. Like, I had no problem doing that because I know, like I said it before, I know what it feels like to not have anybody write you or put money on your books or answer your phone calls in jail. It's a fucking heart-wrenching, disgusting thing. Especially when you can see everybody else getting phone calls and letters from people and, like, you're not getting anything. You can't even get commissary. So if it was because somebody needed somebody to write to just for a friend, like, I'd have no problem doing it. And I have done it. I've done it for people. I did it for Anthony. My first dude, he had somebody that, you know, I mean, his cellmate had nobody to write him or whatever. And I was like, I'll write him a letter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll write him a letter every once in a while if it makes me feel better, as opposed to, like, just writing him a letter because it was just something to get. Like, he would have hope to have something. Like, okay, cool, I get a letter at least. Because I'm not. I mean, maybe I'm too nice of a person, but that's just the type of person I am. You know, like, if I can help you out, I'm gonna help you out the best I can. It doesn't matter if you're my man or not. Like, I've given my last shot of heroin to somebody that was withdrawing, which is unheard of because I would never give my last shot off to anybody. But I have, because I know what it feels like to be dope sick, and I know what it feels like to to just have a little taste to make yourself feel better so you can get up and go do what you got to do to get it. Which is probably where I fault myself. It's probably where I get a lot of trouble or hurt, heartache, whatever, because I'm just too nice of a person. And I know that. You know, what's different about this is like, because Cash App's so user friendly. I mean, this is the first guy I've had in a relationship that's actually put money on the phone, or has paid for put money on the phone. Like I don't put money on the phone. He puts money on the phone. Well, he Cash Apps me money, and I put it on the phone from his tattooing. So that's the one less extra thing I have to pay for. Now for visits and shit like that, yeah, no, I gotta set that shit up myself. Commissary, yeah, all of it. But phone calls, hell yeah, no, I don't gotta pay for shit. But let's see here. If out of state numbers, it costs, I don't know, we'll just say $2. If I have an in-state phone number, does it cost that much? But you'd be surprised how much $80 goes on the phone within like a 4-day period if they call, or if he calls me all the time. Like that $80 is gone within a week, maybe less than that. It's nuts. It's crazy how it works, which is another issue we'll get into later on down the road, is why the prison industry makes so much damn money off phone calls. So anyway, as an air of caution, if there's people that are watching this that are thinking about writing an inmate or thinking about getting a pen pal, I strongly encourage you to think about it first, because A, you don't know what the hell's going on with this person. B, I swear to God, 98% of the people on prison pen pal websites don't want love. They just want your money, and they want to find a way they can manipulate you into giving them your money. So don't fall for that shit, because they're not doing it for your intentions. They're doing it because they're trying to hustle you for money. So yeah, this is what I gotta say about that on that. Damn, it's 12 minutes long. So just go ahead and throw this video out there for now. I'll put some more on later. I gotta go on TikTok though and do what I gotta do on TikTok. I hope y'all like this. I hope it's informational. Like I said, if y'all have any questions or anything like that, I'll answer them the best I can. Until next time, take care of yourself and others. Y'all have a blessed day, okay?